Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your NXT Stand and Deliver 2022 preview and predictions. It feels so weird to be talking about an NXT show that is like a pay per view level show that isn't called TakeOver.
Yeah. God, we've been so checked out with NXT. We are now officially done with NXT because you and I just really don't care for the product. I'm not even going to give a hype scale because we're not reacting to the show tomorrow. We're only dropping in, giving our thoughts on the matches, and that's it. So yeah, I'm ready to get right into these matches, man. There's no preamble, no anything. So let's do it.
All right, sounds good to me. There are actually 7 matches on this show, so again, big time straying away from the NXT takeover formula. It seems like there hasn't actually been a proper NXT takeover in the 2.0 timeline. I think the NXT takeover lineage might actually just be dead right now. It's kind of weird. I think NXT Takeover 36 might go down as the last ever takeover, which was the episode of NXT or was the edition of NXT Takeover where Samoa Joe beat Karrion Cross for the NXT Championship all the way back in August of 2021. So yeah, they became NXT 2.0, I believe, in like September or October, and we haven't had a quote unquote takeover since. So takeovers are dead, and now we've got NXT Stand and Deliver, and our card, like I said, is 7 matches long. So it's usually 5 match takeovers, but yeah, we've got 7 here. So I guess our first thing that we'll talk about, I want to try and order this kind of in a similar way to what we would order like a WWE pay per view or something like that. And there are 2 regular ass singles matches on this card with absolutely nothing on the line, no stakes, no nothing. Um, so I think we'll just talk about they're both not very compelling for us because they both involve someone that we try not to even cover. But the first one, Tommaso Ciampa versus Tony D'Angelo, and the second one, LA Knight versus Gunta.
I'm just gonna say Tony D'Angelo beats Champa. I think this is the match where it really gets made. I wouldn't even be surprised, just kind of showing my hand a little early here, if Tony D goes after the NXT Championship after this takeover, just because beating Champa kayfabe wise is a huge fucking deal.
Right.
And then LA Knight Gunther, I'm just gonna go Gunther. I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm not gonna overthink it.
Um. Yeah, that's. Part of me wonders if they're going to have LA Knight get the win because they're really building him as a babyface, you know?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm picking. I do agree with the Tony D'Angelo pick, but I'm going to pick LA Knight to actually upset Gunta.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So then we get to our championship matches. I believe every championship in NXT US is being defended on this show. So let's cover tag stuff first. The NXT women's tag titles are being defended by Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane against Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. Back together again because they decided to bury the hatchet for no reason.
Yeah, I hate this match. I hate how they rush this. I don't even necessarily mind in kayfabe Raquel and Dakota reconciling, but you give that shit a build. You give it emotional weight, and this didn't have any of that. So I'm thinking Toxic Attraction wins, just to kind of pad out their accomplishments. Like, oh, we beat the first ever NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. So I'm actually going with Gigi and JC to retain.
Maybe I'm just that cynical about NXT right now, but I'm actually picking Raquel and Dakota to win.
Okay.
Um, I think it really doesn't make sense, but I almost have to wonder if NXT is going to do it as like a surprise because people were like assuming that Dakota and Wendy maybe were supposed to get this spot, and then Wendy got maybe like kayfabe injured or maybe even shoot injured. I don't know what the deal is there. And it's like it almost comes off like NXT panicked and had to throw Raquel in here, even though it didn't make any sense. But NXT is going to be like, ha ha ha, the joke's on you. This was our plan all along. And they put the titles back on Raquel and Dakota because they think it's good storytelling, even though it's objectively garbage.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
All right, let's get to our men's tag title match. Emporium, defending against the Creed Bros and MSK in a three-way NXT tag title match. I think I'm going to keep this simple and just say Emporium retains.
I'm gonna go with Creed Brothers win, and they're immediately thrown into a feud with whoever the fuck's been antagonizing them lately.
That
So
works.
I'll go
That
Creed
makes
Bros.
sense. Yeah. All right, let's get to our NXT Women's Championship match. Mandy Rose defending in a fatal four-way match against Cora Jade, Io Shirai, and Kaylee Ray. John, what are your thoughts here?
I think Mandy retains. Honestly, I think Toxic Attraction, when they said they were gonna walk in with all their gold and walk out with all their gold, like, yeah, yeah. If it was just her and Cora one on one, I'll be honest, I would have waffled a lot more on this because I would have thought, well, maybe they'd want to give Cora the big takeover moment. But I feel like because she's the young prospect, like they'd really want to build her up and give her her own title moment that she's not gonna have to share with Io and Kaylee. Io, of course, is better than this. I don't know why the fuck she's still here. Kaylee Ray, she's there. Not a bad word to say about her. Just doesn't do anything for me. But yeah, I think Mandy pins Cora, maybe even pins Io or something, just to like one little gets called up. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with Mandy to retain here.
Yeah, God. I'm going to be completely transparent. The only two that I'm even waffling between here are the two that were originally in this, Mandy and Cora. I don't think Io is going to win. I guess Kaylee Ray as like a long shot could, just as like a change of pace, but I really don't think that she fits what Vince wants in the NXT Women's Champion. So really, I think it really is just between a Mandy retention and a Cora Jade upset here. And you know what? Because I have the other members of Toxic Attraction losing their titles, I'm going to have Mandy also lose hers to Cora here. I'm going to pick Cora Jade to win.
Next matchup.
Honestly, out of all of the outcomes that I have personally predicted so far, Cora Jade becoming NXT Women's Champion might be my favorite. Like, as far as my happiness, if that would actually happen, goes.
Yeah, I don't think she'd be a bad champion at all. I think it'd be very interesting to see her with the title.
I think she'd be the best women's champion NXT has had since Io.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so now we get to our five-way ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. Carmelo Hayes defending against Santos Escobar, Solo Sikoa, Grayson Waller, and Cameron Grimes.
I'm just gonna keep it simple. I think the story, even though this was Carmelo's idea and he's done like a lot of great promos and he's really made the North American Championship feel important, I think this has ultimately been Cameron's story. I think it's gonna be a feel good moment for the crowd. He'll win the North American Championship. Because really, I only see two big title changes happening on this show. If you guys have been keeping up with my prior predictions of Toxic Attraction retaining, and yeah, I definitely see Cameron finally getting his first taste of real NXT gold. And hopefully Carmelo, is able to move up to the main event scene after this. That is the one good thing. If the predictions go the way that I feel they will, the NXT championship in and of itself could have a bit more of a crowded division in a compelling way. So we'll have to see how that pans out. But yeah, I'm just gonna go Cameron Grimes to win.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on this. I think I could see Santos winning. I don't want to rule out Santos, but I feel like he has just been almost relegated. Like they don't treat him like much of a threat. They treat him as more of like a joke, and the only way that he can really win matches that are this big are with the help of his boys, Joaquin and Raul. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna pick Cameron as well. But you did say that you had exactly two title changes, so I'm guessing that you're actually predicting Ziggler to retain then because you had Creed brothers winning and now Cameron winning.
I guess I misspoke. I should say three. I should say
Oh,
three because
okay.
yeah,
So
I
you and
do.
I
Since
both
we're at
have
the main event
Gregory
already,
winning.
right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Braun's regaining the title here.
Yeah.
It never should have gone on Ziggler in the first place. And I feel like again with the Steiner brothers being inducted, you told me about the rumor you heard that Braun, might win, and then they both might come out, hold Braun up on their shoulders, make a whole spectacle of it. I feel like there are other ways you could have done this. Maybe have him go in the champion, beat a long-standing rival like Champa, because that third one-on-one match we never got and probably won't get now. And then the Steiners are like, you cemented your legacy, kid. You really are the champion. But yeah, if Braun wins, we've got an interesting division because Carmelo won't have the North American title. I could see him moving on up. Gunther beating LA Knight, because part of his promo that set up this match, he was talking about how he's never gotten a championship match yet. LA Knight was able to talk his way into one, and then Tony D'Angelo. So that's like three prime guys right there that could make Braun's second reign so much better than his first. And I think that might be the only saving grace in NXT will have going forward for me personally. So yeah, Braun 100% regaining the title here. And
Who
then
would
I
have?
could see those three guys being his feud there.
Yeah, who do you think would have been a better transitional champion? Basically, from Champa to Braun winning here than the combination of Braun's first reign and now Ziggler.
That's a tough question, man. I honestly don't know. Um, because I think
Like,
about
let's
like the pieces
suppose
in
Braun
NXT.
loses that first match against Champa the way that he did in reality, but then doesn't get another title shot so quickly, doesn't actually get that second title shot, and doesn't eventually end up winning the title until this show. Who is it against? Does Champa just keep it? Who would you have sort of be the transition from Champa to Breaker if we're in a reality where Breaker doesn't get his second NXT World Title shot until this Stand and Deliver show?
I mean, maybe Santos, actually. Santos is the one guy that I feel like would really be a quality fit because he's been around in a similar way like Champa has. He's very seasoned on NXT.
Yeah,
So I still feel like it would make Braun's first title win feel like a big deal. Plus, I didn't think they had a bad match because I remember their title match. I remember being very invested in it. Santos really fucking flexed in that match. So yeah, maybe Santos. You go
nice.
Champa, then Santos, then you go Braun. That would have been so much better than this because I think everybody universally likes Santos more than Ziggler, unless they're trolling. So yeah, I guess that would be my
Or
answer there.
Kirby.
Or Kirby, yes. But yeah, Braun wins, and that's the NXT card. I really could not give a single fuck. I am so glad we're not reacting to this tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Um,
really have. I think, believe it or not, I think I'm gonna say three. There are three, no, four. There are four matches on this show. No, there are three. I was right the first time. There are three matches on this show that I at least want to check out, and it's the women's tag titles, the women's title, and the North American title.
yeah, honestly say for me, the one match that even looks remotely compelling to me is the ladder match. Just because, if Cameron does win like we're thinking he will, that'd be a great moment. And I gotta be honest, tag title match I think should be a lot of fun too. So I'll go those two matches.
Yeah, I will say
But
the reason that I asked you about like a transitional champion between Champa and Breaker is because like I imagine a world where they actually use Grayson Waller in that role because of how hard they pushed him over that time. Like to the point that like he was feuding with AJ fucking
yeah, that's
Styles.
true. I mean, remember, bro, I thought before this show happened, like a month or two before it happened, I thought they were grooming Grayson Waller for this spot. Like I thought he would be the one to face a defending Braun Breaker, and he might even win the title just to get all that fucking
Right.
heat. I'm glad he's in the ladder match instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you absolutely have a point. I mean, I'm just glad that we both were kind of wrong about how fast Grayson Waller would be pushed, but he's still going to get to where we don't want him to be. Just it might take a little bit longer than we anticipated.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been super quick and easy. You'll love to see it. And I think we are going to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you all enjoyed. John, any final thoughts before we close out here?
No, we'll just see you guys tomorrow at 8. We'll just kind of be chilling. And I know we're only reacting to one match tomorrow, and that's Becky Bianca.
Yeah,
And
I was going to
then
say, we got
Sunday, we've
two
got,
more shows tonight yet.
yeah, we do have two more shows tonight because we're reacting to Rampage and we're previewing and predicting WrestleMania, which I hope will be, I mean, obviously won't be as quick as this because the card's so extensive. But
It's
yeah, I
literally
mean, I'll
double
just
the
keep
size
the
of
same
this
energy
card.
except for the matches that I do like. Yeah. But yeah, for those of you that are in the Discord, we'll see you at 8, even for games from 8 to 10. But at recordings wise, if you're only here for recordings, Rampage reactions from 10 to 11. 11:30, we're previewing and predicting WrestleMania. Saturday at 8, we're going to kind of be chilling until the matches on night one that we want to react to come up, and we'll react to them. Same thing for Sunday. Actually, Saturday, I might even show up at 7 because you did say you were interested in women's tag titles, and I see that as a pre-show match. So
Mhm.
have to be vigilant for that one.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's it for me. Take care, guys. We'll see you in a little bit. Ashton, you can take us home.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, follow us on Twitter and Twitch, and if you'd like to support us, you can also, of course, subscribe on Twitch, buy our merch on Spring, donate to our Patreon, and share this channel and this video with all your wrestling fan friends. Let them in on the best kept secret in the YouTube and Twitch wrestling communities. That's right, we are TwitWow, and we are the workhorses of the YNTW season. We will be seeing you all again tonight at 10 for an absolutely loaded AEW Rampage. We've got the Young Bucks versus Top Flight, Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue, and we know our main event is Keith Lee versus big old powerhouse Hobbs. It's going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. Then after that, at 11:30 p.m. tonight, we will be going live again for the last time of the night to preview and predict WrestleMania 38. Tomorrow, don't expect us at 8 o'clock. Don't expect us for NXT. We will literally just go live when Becky versus Bianca's entrances start happening so that we can react to that match in full and probably nothing else. We might maybe go live for the KO Austin stuff. I don't even know about that, honestly. So we hope you're looking forward to it. All that being said, we hope that you're all able to remember to stay tuned.